and welcome back to I Love the Library. My name is Eliza Shares, and I am the Youth Services Librarian here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library, and I can't wait to tell you about some of my favorite books that I have read this year. First up, I have a Magic Treehouse book. Some of you guys might know this from when I was a kid, but now they are being made into graphic novels, and I could not be more excited. I have really enjoyed rereading them as they've been coming out in graphic novel form, since I haven't read them since I was in elementary school myself. But even more exciting is that the Fact Trekkers, which are the nonfiction companion books, are also being made into graphic novels. This particular one is about space, which meets up with the Midnight on the Moon book from Magic Treehouse. So I absolutely love joining Jack and Annie on their adventures and learning more about space, especially this time of year when it's starting to get darker outside. And I love looking up at the stars. So you guys can learn more about space when you read Space, the graphic novel with Magic Treehouse, as well as the regular Fact Tracker and the novel series as well. Next up is a brand new book series that we have that is just perfect for your little one in their house that is starting to read chapter books of their own. So your kindergartner, first grader, second grader, third grader, whether you were reading to them or they are just starting to read themselves, this is a perfect book to start off with. It is a book series called Witchy Cakes by Cara LaRue. This first book is called Sweet Magic, where we meet Blue, a little bitty witch who just wants to help out everybody in their community. Now, Blue is learning about helping magic, and it takes a lot of really hard concentration and focus. So she doesn't always get it right, but there are always ways to help make things better, even without magic. So in here, we have Blue, who is trying to help their mother at their bakery, messes up a pastry and drops it on the floor. Oh no! But when she makes her deliveries to a bunch of different people around town, they are having their own struggles and problems. And even though magic is not always the right answer, her little bit of helping magic is the perfect little thing on top to get them through the day to solve all their problems. Whether it is a struggling mom at home who just needs an hour nap and their kids can pick up the house, or if it's finding your little lost hermit crab pet, Blue is there for you. The next two books I think are my most excited reads that I've already, not just the first one, but the second one in the series already, and I am so excited for books 3 to come out soon. We have The Pumpkin Princess and the Forever Knight by Stephen Banbury. In here we have an orphan who is just not happy with being at the orphanage. She is having a really hard life when she is running through the woods and comes across a man with a pumpkin head. He is a pumpkin king, and he decides to adopt her and take her to his home of Hallowell, which is basically like a little town filled with Halloween-like creatures. And he names her Eve because they meet on Halloween Eve. So in here we have Eve, who is learning about all of the little undead creatures, little candle spirits, vampires, werewolves, witches, all of the different kind of creatures that live in Hallowell, and what she can do to become the Pumpkin Princess. Now, not everybody in town is happy that she is now being adopted as the Pumpkin King's daughter, so she has to prove herself and befriend a lot of the different animals and creatures within the community. Now, there are, as I was saying, there are already 2 books out in the series. I just finished book 2, and oh man, the twist in that one was absolutely crazy. It is called The Pumpkin Princess and the Buried Castle, and I could not be more excited for the 3rd one to come out. It is just a lovely day reading, especially in the fall or the winter, if you are looking for a fantastic book that is full of friends, family, and a little bit of mischief. Last up, I have The House at the Edge of Magic by Amy Sparks. In here, I have another orphan. What are you gonna do with these books with orphans in them? In here, we have Nine, who is a little bit of a pickpocket, and she picks the pocket at a market and gets a little ornament of a house. And on the house is a little bitty door knocker, and she decides to knock on the door, and the house grows into a giant magical house. And inside are trapped a bunch of magical creatures, such as Eric the Troll, who is the housekeeper. We have Flabbergast the Wizard, who looks like a 12-year-old wizard who likes to play hopscotch. And we have Dr. Spoon, who is an actual spoon. But he is looking for his friend, Professor Dish. But they're all stuck in the house until Nine is able to set them free. So together, they all work together to figure out how to stop the curse from an evil witch. just to be able to leave the house. Now, as I'm sure you guys can guess, with me saying that there is a book 2, they do manage to get out of the house. And in book 2, they go on a magical adventure where the house is moving around to different magical dimensions so they can get Flabbergast the Wizard to a hopscotch tournament. Now, the hopscotch tournament is quite deadly and dangerous, and poor Eric gets turned into a gargoyle. So, 9 and the crew are off on adventures full of magic and craziness, and it was such a great read. These ones are so fantastic as audiobooks. If you want to try out an audiobook, I highly recommend checking out books on our Libby the Library app, which you can download onto any smart device, and you can check out lots of lovely books to read out loud or to read on the device themselves when you input your Lake Agassiz Regional Library card. Now, I've read 2 books, and the third one is supposed to be due out pretty soon, and I could not be more excited. So these are just a handful of the amazing brand new books we have here at the library, and we are getting more in all the time. So the next time you stop by the library, I hope you pick out one of my favorite books, and you will also recommend to me some of your favorite books, because I really like reading, and I love to see you here whenever you visit the library. So come and see me, give me a book recommendation, and I'll see you the next time you stop by the library.